my name is Hitesh Naharashet. I am from Annara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 10th standard, that is triangles. In triangles we already discussed about triangles and similarity of triangles, and also we discussed about the theorem 6.1. Also here we are discussing about some problems based on theorem 6.1. So let us take some more problems based on theorem 6.1. So let us take the first problem of this video here. So that the problem tells us that if a line intersects AB and AC of triangle ABC at D and E respectively and is parallel to BC, that means here we have a triangle ABC and D and E are two different points, two distinct points on AB and AC respectively, and here it is given that DE is parallel to BC, and then we have to prove that AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. So here we know that theorem 6.1, that is, if a line is drawn parallel to the one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides in a distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio, that is AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. But here it is given that we have to prove AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. Here just observe here, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. Here numerator is the same, but the denominator changes. So that's why firstly we have to take the condition. After that we have to take some of the operations in that equation. So we can get the AB in the denominator, AC in the denominator. AB and AC in the denominator in the respective places. So let us firstly we have to write what are the given terms, what we have to prove, and what are the construction we can do. So we have to write. Yes. Firstly I will write the given things. What are the given things here? That is ABC is a triangle. It is given ABC is triangle. Then DE is parallel to BC. We can use that one. DE is parallel to BC. We can take that one. So here those two things we can easily take while proving this thing. Yes. Then what we have to prove here? To prove, that is AD by AB. AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. AE by AC. Then, so whether any construction is needed? No construction is needed, because it is given that theorem 6.1. So we have the relationship, that one. So from that relationship we can easily prove this one. Yes, let us take the proof. So here what we can use here, ABC is a triangle and DE is parallel to BC. Here DE is parallel to BC. So those two things we can use. Consider triangle ABC and DE is parallel to BC. So from theorem 6.1, so we can easily take that relationship. That is, so better to write the statement here. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect other two sides in distinct points, then the other two sides divided in the same ratio. Better to write the statement of this one. So instead of writing just only theorem 6.1, so you have to write the statement in each and every cases when we are using the relationship. So firstly we have to take the relationship, that is AD by DB. AD by dB is equal to AE by EC. AE by EC. Yes. So you just observe when we compare to the thing we have and what we have to prove it. So just observe here AD is in the numerator and AE is in the numerator of this LHS term. And here AB is in the LHS of the denominator of the LHS and DB is in the LHS in the denominator. So here AC is there, here EC is there. So that means here what we have to change, here we have to change the denominator. How can we change that one? Just observe here it is AB is there, here it is DB is there. So DB, so for when we add AD to the DB, we can get AB here. Yes. When we add AE to EC, we get AC here. So after operation, we can get the AB in the denominator here, AC in the denominator. But what are those operations we can take? So there is no any operation we can change the denominator. But here just observe the numerator AD and DB, AE and EC. So that means here when we add AD here, when we add AE here, so then we can easily get the denominator as AB and AC. So for that, firstly what we have to do is when we take the LHS, when we take the LCM of the denominator, then the AD comes to the numerator. But the thing is that the DB remains like this only, EC remains like this only. So for that, firstly we have to invert those things. So that means change the numerator and the denominator in the both the sides. That is inverting. So then what happens here? Here it is changes. That is DB by AD. Here also we have to change. That is EC by AE. So then the denominator becomes the same. Denominator, there is no any changes at all when we take the LHM, when we take the LCM of the denominator. So when we take LCM of the denominator here, so for that we have to add 1 to both sides. That is add 1 to both sides. Then here dB by AD plus 1 is equal to EC by AC AE plus 1. Yes. Then we can easily take the LCM of the denominator. So here dB plus AD divided by AD is equal to EC plus AE divided by AE. Yes. So here we took that LCM of the denominator here. So after that we have to simplify here. So that is here dB plus AD. dB plus AD means here it is, we can take it as a AB. AB by AD is equal to here EC plus AE. EC plus AE means completely we can write it as AC by AE. Yes. So we get the required relationship, but here also we have to invert that one. So that is, so here when we take the proof of this part, the assumption part, so just observe here AD is in the numerator and AB is in the denominator, AE is in the numerator, AC in the denominator. For that we have to invert. Inverting. So that means here we have to invert the numerator in the denominator, and here also we have to invert the numerator in the denominator. That is AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. So that means here we have a required proof. So here we have a required assumption. So that means here, according to the theorem 6.1, if a line is drawn parallel to the one side of a triangle intersecting other two sides at two different points, then their other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So we have AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So that one is also correct. So along with that one, so we can take this one also. That is AD by AB is equal to AE by AC also. We can easily take that one. That means when we have a situation like this, According to theorem 6.1, we can take this also, we can take this also. That means here in this case, so in this chapter we can take those two cases also. According to our requirement, we can use this also and this also. So remember throughout this chapter. So let us take the next problem. So let us take the second problem here. So ABCD is a trapezium with AB is parallel to DC. Here it is a ABCD trapezium. It is AB is parallel to DC we have, and E and F are points on the non-parallel sides. So it is non-parallel sides means it's AD and BC are the non-parallel sides here. So here E and F are those 2 points here, that is AD and BC are respectively. So show such that EF is parallel to AB. That means here it is given that EF is also parallel to AB. We have that one. Then we have to show that AE by ED is equal to FB by FC. We have to prove here. Yes, firstly we have to write the given things. What are the given things we can use? So we have to know that first one initially, because after knowing that what are the given things, so we have to take what are the possible given terms we can use while proving this one. So firstly we have to write given. What are the given things here? Given. So here AB is parallel to DC. We have AB is parallel to DC. We can use. Then also here the EF and the E and F are non-parallel sides, AD and BC respective as shown in the figure. So we can use that one. And also such that EF is parallel to AB. EF is parallel to AB. Here just observe here AB is parallel to DC and EF is parallel to AB means, so we can take EF is parallel to DC. That means the things which are equal to the same things are one and the same. Also things which are parallel to the same thing, that is lines which are parallel to the same line are one and the parallel. We can take, that is lines which are parallel to same line are parallel each other. So then we can easily write it as EF is parallel to DC. EF is parallel to DC we can write. Then what we have to prove? What we have to prove here? AE by ED. AE by ED is equal to FB by FC. FB by FC. Yes. Just observe here, whatever the chances are there. AE by ED, FB by FC. AE by ED, FB by FC. So that means here just observe there is no any things are there, whether any triangles are there here. No. So no triangles are formed. So there is not a triangle here. So that's not a part of it. EF, AB and DC are not a part of the triangle. So that's why we have to construct a triangle. Otherwise we can't take the proof. We can't prove the required assumption. So that's why we have to take some of the construction. So here we can draw a diagonal here. When we draw a diagonal, then the complete trapezium it splits into 2 parts. That is, in one triangle AE and ED is the part of it, and in another triangle BF and FC are the part of it. So that's why we have to construct that one. Yes. So here I will draw a diagonal AC. Draw a diagonal AC and intersecting a point on the EF, I will call it as a G. So I will call that one as a G here. So after that we have to write it in a construction part. Here. Construction. What we construct here? Join AC diagonal and intersect EF at G. So we have to write clearly what are the construction here. That is, here we joined the diagonal AC and it intersects EF at point G. So we have to write like this. Then let us take the proof. Yes. So here we have two triangles. That is, one is the ADC triangle and another one is the ABC triangle. So that means just observe here. Here EG is parallel to DC and here GF is parallel to AB. So we have to take like that. It is here EG and DC are parallel lines and here GF and AB are parallel lines. Firstly we have to consider those two triangles one by one. So firstly I will consider ADC. Consider triangle ADC and EG is parallel to DC. EG is parallel to DC. So then let us take theorem 6.1. That is, if a line is drawn parallel to the any one of the side of a triangle intersecting other two sides at two different points, then those other sides are divided in the same ratio. Yes, already we know that one. So according to that one, we have to write the relationship. That is, here we have to know that is this triangle. In this triangle, AE by ED is equal to AG by GC. That is AE by ED. AE by ED is equal to AG by GC. Yes. So I will take this as because of it is theorem 6.1. Because of theorem 6.1, so I will consider it as equation number 1. 10. So let us consider triangle ABC. Consider triangle ABC that and GF is parallel to AB. That is GF is parallel to AB. So what we have that, so here AG by GC, that is AG by GC is equal to, in the side, FB by, so here GF is parallel to AB means here we have to take those two other sides, that is AG by GC and here FB by FC, that is FB by FC. So here I will take because of theorem 6.1. Theorem 6.1 here I will consider it as equation number 2. So then from equation 1 and 2, so we can easily write the things which are equal to the same things. The things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. So here it is also equal to AG by GC. This one is also equal to AG by GC. So that's why from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, we can write AE by ED is equal to FB by FC. We have the required proof. AE by ED is equal to FB by FC. We have here. So similarly, we have many problems are there in your exercise. So we have to do. You have to do in your home. So let us take some of the homeworks based on those two problems. Let us take some of the homework here. So it's a completely different on the theorem 6.1. So yes. So in figure 1, so here it is a figure 1. It is LM is parallel to CB and LN is parallel to CD. So here just observe, here it is AB, CD is one of the quadrilateral here. Here I split, AC is a diagonal, it splits into two triangles here. Then here it is some constructions are there, LM and LN. So those two are some of the lines intersecting the other two sides. Here it is also LN is the line intersecting the other two sides, these two sides here. That is, here LM is parallel to CB, here LM is parallel to CB and LN is parallel to CD. So we have that condition. Here we have to prove that AM by AB is equal to AM by AD. So similar to the last problem, here just observe AL by LC is the common for those two conditions. That is, when we take LM is parallel to CB, so we can use theorem 6.1 that we have AL by LC is one of the condition. So we have that proof. Also, when we consider Ln is parallel to CD, then we can get here the same AL by LC when we take the theorem 6.1. So the things which are equal to the same things, those are equal to one another. So then we can get easily this condition. Here it is also the same condition here. So here it is, the thing is, firstly you have to recognize what are the possible triangles. So just observe here. In figure 2, DE is parallel to PR and DF is parallel to PE. Here in this figure it is like this. So here just observe DF is parallel to PE. And here DE is parallel to PR. That is, this one is parallel to this side and this is parallel to this side. So that means when we consider QPE triangle, there we can use DF is parallel to PE. DF is parallel to PE. Use theorem 6.1 and then we have to write the condition. Then let us take QPR triangle. Take DE is parallel to PR. Use theorem 6.1 so that we can get some condition. But remember here QD by DP is common for both two triangles. So that's why we can use things which are equal to the same things. Those things are equal to one another. So in each and every case we have to write what are the given terms, what we have to prove, and then we have to write the proof. When we take theorem 6.1, you have to write the statement in each and every case. So I hope you understood this. So here I will conclude the part of theorem 6.1 here. I hope you enjoyed this chapter and enjoyed this part here. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so you can get the notifications very easily. So thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.